All right, so let's continue from where we left yesterday.
Yes, sir.
So yesterday we left here this question for standard form. Are you there? Hello?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Or is there any question related to standard form that you want to ask?
Sir, can you please just re-explain the 2.2.1?
For 2.21,
Yes, sir.
what we did there, we first multiplied the numbers. You take the number.
Can I please just write them down?
You take the numbers which are not in standard form. For example, 4,85 and 2. We multiplied them together. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Then we found an answer, 9,70.
Yes, sir.
From there, we took this number, again, which was multiplying the same number, times 10 to the power negative 4, times 10 to the power negative 5. These are the numbers, times 10 to the power negative 4, times 10 to the power negative 5.
We multiply
Because
them.
we know when we multiply by 10 to the power negative 4 times 10 to the power negative 5, we get 10 to the power negative
9.
Yes. And your answer already was 9 times 10 to the power 9,70 times 10 to the power negative 9.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you got an answer like 19 here. You make that 19 in standard form. You put that 19,70 in standard form. How do you make 19 in standard form? By making it 19,70. So which means you are going to move to the left like that, which means it's going to be 1,970 times 10 to the power 1. Then you multiply again times 10 to the power negative 9. Can you see?
Oh, yes, sir.
Then you get an answer which is 1,970 times 10 to the power negative 8. If you got an answer of 19, okay? So you change that 19 to this standard form. Then you multiply with what you are already having. Then you simplify.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's how standard form works.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to number 2.3. It says a car is traveling at an average speed of.
Sir, we did not do.
Yeah.
We did not do 2.22.
2. Oh, sorry. Yes. So let's do 2.2. I didn't check that. 2.2. It's saying 3,1 times that. So first you multiply the numbers, like what I say, this number times that number. What are you going to get? 3,1 multiplied by 0,061.
I got 1,891 over 10,000.
Multiplied by 3, what?
1.
So you put your 0 as a placeholder. Or if it's like this, it's a matter of, you can multiply. If you don't want to add zeros, like you just put your 0 there as a placeholder. Then you can multiply by 3. 3 times 1.
3.
3 times 6.
18.
Is 18. Get 1. Like that. So which means that 1 times 1 is 1.
1.
1 times 6 is
6.
Then what do? You add. When you add those numbers, you want to know what we are going to get when we add. So we are adding what is down there. So it's 0 plus 1 is what?
1.
6 plus 9, 3 is 9.
9.
Where are we going to put the comma? To count the decimals. Here we are having 3 decimals plus 1, 4 decimals. So where are we going to put the comma?
4 decimals.
So you start counting from here.
Yes, sir.
4 decimals from there. Going to the left. So it's going to be
0,1823 4.
It will be 0, what? 0, 1, 8, 9, 1. Can you see?
1.
Yes.
Yes.
Then this number, it must be put into standard form. First, how do you write this number in standard form?
Can I please just write it down?
Are you done?
No, sir.
Are you done with the standard form?
No, sir.
What is the standard form of 0,1891?
Is it 1,891?
1,891 times what?
Times 10 to the power of 11.
Where are you getting 11? What?
7 plus 4.
Yes, when you are, this one is times 10 to the power 1. Then now when you are adding with the other ones, which are here now, then 7 plus 4, then you get 11, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So the answer now is going to be 1,891 times 10 to the power 1 times 10 to the power of 11. If you add those numbers, what do you get? 1, what? To the power what?
12.
Right. That's what we are just doing. The power of 12.
Yeah.
Any problem?
Yes.
Sorted.
Sir,
Yes.
how did you get the the 12.
You added the 1 and the 11. Remember, 7 to the power 4 times 7 to the 10 to the power 7 times, or they are not multiplying. Yes. So that one is it's not there. There was no multiplication there.
Oh.
You see it?
Yes,
so
sir.
which means if here there was a times, then we would be correct. If there was a what? The times. But there is no multiplication, it's what? Addition. So everything changes. So let's correct it. So let's correct that. Everything changes. This is not a multiplication, but if it was a multiplication, then our answer is what? It's correct.
To the power of 12.
To be to the power of 12. So now we want to correct it. If it is now addition. So let's change it to addition. So which means we can erase this, we put it to addition. Let's put addition. Hello, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Right, so let's continue. We are saying 3,1 times 10 to the power 4 plus 0,61 times. So first you do like what we normally do, you factorize to get the common factor. Okay.
From 3,1 and 0,061.
Yeah, so we are saying 3,1 times 10 to the power 4 plus 0,061 times 10 to the power of 7, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's what we are given, times 10 to the power of 7. So here we come and say it's equals to. What is the common factor there? 10 to the power what? The highest common factor. 10 to the power 4.
4.
10 to the power 4. Bracket. Goes into the first number, 3,1 plus. Then you write the other one, 0,061 times 10 to the power what? What am I going to write? Times 10 to the power what?
7.
No, we are factoring out. We are factorizing. So times 10 to the power 3. How many times does 10 to the power 4 get into 10 to the power 7? How many times?
Sir?
How many times does 10 to the power 4 get into 10 to the power 7?
Once.
It's not once, but 10 to the power 3 times. You get what I'm saying? It's in other words, we are just saying 10 to the power 7 divided by 10 to the power 4. What is the answer?
Oh, it's 10 to the power of 3.
Yes. Then the first one, we are just saying 10 to the power 4 divided by 10 to the power 4. What is the answer? 1. What is 1 times 3,1? 1 times 3,1 is just 3,1. What is 10 to the power? Yes. What is 10 to the power 3 times 0,61? 10 to the power 3 times 0,61.
1.
So that's what we are doing there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So from there, now we want to simplify now. We come and say, therefore, it's equals to. Therefore, it's equal to what? So let's solve it. It's equals to 10 to the power 4 bracket. Then you write your 3,1. 3,1 plus what? What is that number times 10 to the power 3? You are moving the comma to the right. How many times?
4 times.
10 to the power 3 means how many times to the right?
So 3 times.
3 times. So it's 1, 2, 3. So the answer becomes what?
061.
61, not 061. 61.
Or we remove the zeros.
We remove, now we are multiplying by 10 to the power 3. So the answer becomes 61 because we have moved how many decimals? 3.
3.
Yes. Did you see it here? We have moved
Yes.
3 decimals. So that's 1. That's 2. The third one. After 1. So it's 61. So that is what is inside the bracket. Now we add now. What is 3,1 plus 61?
It's 64,1.
64,1. So we are going to say the answer is now 64,1 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 outside. Then change this to standard form. It's going to be what? (64,1) times 10 to the power 4 in standard form is what?
Are we not done, sir? Isn't it the final answer?
No, it must be in standard form. Must be in standard form.
641,000.
6,41 times 10 to the power 1 times 10 to the power 4. I told you, you change this 64 to a number between 0, a number
And
between
9.
1 and 9. Did I not tell you? Yes, that's what you are doing first. So how did you change it? You change it by putting that. Then 10 to the power 4, we are already having 10 to the power 4. Get it? So what is the final answer?
I can't get you.
Can't get it. I am saying 64,1 in standard form. How do you change 64,1 to standard form? Is it the first one which we did?
Or by
Standard form? Is it?
By making it a number between 1 to 9.
We also did this one. Change. Let's explain. Yes, it's 1 to 9. The number must be between 1 to 9. So I am saying yes, since we are having 64,1, the number 64 is not between 1 and 9, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So how do you put that 64,1 to a number between 1 and 9? By writing this. Now, it's instead of writing 64,1, it's now 6,41 times 10 to the power 1 times 10 to the power 4.
And then we add the exponents.
Then you add the exponents. So the answer is what?
6,41 multiplied by 10 to the power 5.
Yes, 6,41 multiplied by 10 to the power
5.
Always, they want you to put it in standard form. The number which you are going to put there, it must be between 1 and 9. The
9.
number which you are going to be putting here as your starting point must be between 1 and 9. This
9.
number, always between 1 and 9. Then you write times 10 to the power something. Even here, this answer must be between 1 and what? And 9.
9.
This one, between 1 and 9. That's why it's 9,70 times 10 to the power 9. Meaning it must be greater than 0, but less than 10. Any number that is greater than 0, but less than 10. That is the number
Yes.
which we are using. So the number must be less than 10, but greater than what? 0.
1.
0. Because this number, you can see it's more than 9. So it can go until it stretches 9,99, as long as the number is less than what?
Sir.
And as long as the number is not a 0, you don't want a 0. No. You must start with 1, comma something. We must end with 9, comma something times 10 to the power what. So those are our numbers which we are only going to be using. Any question there?
No, sir.
That is standard form. That is standard form. This was the first example that we did. Look at it when we were doing this first example for standard form, when we multiplied the numbers, because there was no plus. Can you see there we are not having a plus?
Yes, sir.
For 2.21, there is no plus. But for 2.2, there is plus. Then you are going to factorize.
Yes, sir.
Factorize using the highest common factor of the 10 to the power what. So whenever you see a plus, the trick is you are factorizing. Whenever you see times throughout, we just want you to write the answer without factorizing. Just
Yes,
like
sir.
let's go to number 2.3. A car traveling at an average speed of 150 kilometers per hour covers a certain distance in 3 hours. How long will the car travel the same distance at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour? What are you going to do?
We are going to first write our formula.
All right, so our formula says what? Speed is equals to distance over what?
Over time.
Over time. So the person is traveling 150 kilometers per hour. That is your speed. 150 is equals to distance, which we don't know.
Time.
And then over time, how many hours? 3
hours.
So how long is the distance? We are going to d is equals to what?
X.
150 times 3 is equals to t. Remember how we solve for equations. I told you when you see a fraction on the denominator, you multiply both sides by what?
By 3.
Yes, that's what we are doing here. So d is left out. So d is equals to what? 400 and what?
50.
150 kilometers equals to your distance. Then the question now is asking, how long will it take a car to travel the same distance at a speed of how much?
120.
Yeah. So now we are having the same distance. We are having the speed. Use the same formula. Speed is equals to distance over your time. Your speed now is 120. Your distance is the same, 450. Then you are looking for what? For time. Solve for time for me. What is t equals
to?
Solve it.
Can I please just write it down quickly?
Solve what t is to. T is equals to what?
Yes, can I please just write it down quickly?
No problem.
The distance was 450 kilometers.
Speed is now 120. What is the time?
Oh, yes, sir.
So first you calculate the distance does not change. What changes is the speed and the time, but the distance between point places does not change, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So 120 is equals to 450 over t. I want you to solve for t. What is t equals
Uh,
to?
T is
120.
equal. We use the same time as the previous one.
No, we are not using the time as the previous. Here you are looking for t. You are using only the distance, which is the same. You are not looking for the same time. We are now solving for the new time because the speed has changed. The speed has changed. So which means this person is driving at a slow speed, meaning it's going to take more time. The higher the speed, the less time you are going to travel. Less speed, more time. So
Yes,
here we
sir.
want to know what was the time taken. 120 is equals to 450 over t. T is equals to what? I want to see your answer. T is equals to.
Oh, yes, sir.
I want to know what is t equals to.
Yes, sir. I'm almost done. So, is T equals to 3,75
What?
hours?
Yes, we are talking of hours and kilometers. So just like what I've been showing you how we deal with that. We are doing the same. We are just simply doing the same thing. Nothing has changed. Now we are only solving for t, like that.
Yes, sir.
Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
I can hear you, sir.
All right. So we are saying we are only solving for t. So you want to solve for t, you want to get rid of t. You multiply by t both sides. Always, if you get rid of the fraction, multiply by t both sides. That is the first thing. It's an
Yes.
equation. Yeah. Then you get 120 t is equals to 450.
See.
Then the t's they are cancelling. So 120 t is equals to 450. Then you divide both sides by what? 120. So t is equals to 450 divided by
120.
120. Then the zeros obviously they cancel. Then you finally get your answer. T is equals to what? 12 goes into 45. How many times? 12 goes into 45. How many times?
3
That's
times.
36, which is 3 times. The remainder 9 over 12. 9 over 12, which is 3/4, which means 3,75. And these are hours. Okay.
Hours. So says it also fine if we use the formula.
Which formula?
We draw the triangle and then it's T on the top, S on the side, and T, S on the left side and T on the right side.
Yes, it's the same thing that we are using. This one you use it when you've forgotten the rule. Like this. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
That's the triangle which you are referring to.
Yes, sir.
And then on top there's what?
T.
T. Then here On the left.
On the left-hand side, it's S.
And then
On the
T.
right side, it's T. Yes, sir.
That is the correct one. Speed is equals to distance over time.
Time.
If you want distance, it's speed times time.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you want time, it's distance over speed.
Speed.
Yes. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
If you want time, distance over speed. So we are using the same formula. What we did here. You can see this is our distance, and then we are dividing by speed, which is 120. Then we are getting our answer is 3,75. So once
Yes.
you just know the triangle, everything is fine. It can come out.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to number 2.4, which is for interest. So you can see there's a stamp there, which is here, the stamp, which is an advert. This advert here.
Yes, sir.
An advert there, which is given here. Launch suit for sale, only 600 Rand deposit, 24 months to pay, cash price 9,500. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to pay by cash, you are paying 9,000 what?
500.
But if you want to pay on credit, which means you pay deposit of 600, then you pay for 24 months, the balance. Okay.
Sir, can you please remove the other writings?
I must remove the
other writings.
I can't hear you.
Can you please remove the other writings?
I must remove the
other writings.
or the working. Okay. Okay. We are done with that one. Yeah, we can remove it. Yeah. Are you there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I can hear you, sir.
All right. So let's continue. Yeah. That not so.
Yes, sir.
Let's continue. So if you want to pay deposit, you pay 600. and then you pay in 24 months. But if you want to pay cash, you can pay 9,500 cash. Those are the conditions. So
Yes,
Mr. Mabata decides to pay the deposit of 600 rand and to pay the balance over 24 months at 17% per annum simple interest. Calculate his monthly payment. Okay.
yes, sir.
So what are we going to do there?
Write our formula of simple interest.
So which one? We are having the first, second, third, fourth. Which one is the simple interest formula?
Isn't it interest is equal to principal times rate times time?
So which one are we going to use? Is it number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4?
Number 2.
Number 2, yes. So we are going to use A is equals to principal times rate times time. That's what we are going to be using, that information. So let's write it down. Or A is equals to the principal multiplied by 1 plus IN. So this is the final amount which the person is going to pay.
Yes, sir.
This is the amount initially, which the cost of the suit, P is the principal, the cost of the suit now. This is the total amount which the person is going to repay. Okay.
Yes,
Plus
sir.
interest. So we must be able to interpret that. So the question is saying calculate his monthly payment.
Payment.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Calculate his monthly payment. So that's where we are. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we are saying A is equals to P bracket plus I. So 1 plus I. So the principal we are saying is what?
600.
Monthly, yes. So you pay a deposit of 600 and to pay the balance over 24 months at a 17% simple interest. Calculate his monthly payment. Okay. So cash price is 79,500. Deposit is 600. So how much is left out? How much is after I have to pay? So which means the cost is how much? 9,500.
Yes, sir.
Then deposit. Do you add or you subtract?
Subtract.
So it will be minus 600. The balance is how much?
8,900.
The balance is 8,900.
Yes, sir.
So this is the amount which you are going to pay for 24 months, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So the question is saying, now the balance and to pay balance over 24 months at simple interest, the annum, calculate his monthly payment. So first, we want to know how much is this amount going to be with interest. I have paid already the 600. How much am I owing now then? what I'm owing them is going to be this one. A is equals to 8,000. This is the amount which I'm owing. 8,900.
Yes, sir.
Bracket 1 plus. The interest is for when? Interest
Sir.
is per annum. 17% simple interest per annum, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what do we do there?
We're
24
gonna say
months. How many years? You must convert 24 months to annums. How many annums is 24 months?
2 years.
2 years. So that is the trick there. Must be in a position because your interest is per annum.
Annum.
So which means, yes, annum meaning per year. So which means 17%, which means it's as a percentage, as a decimal, 17, 0,
17.
We use
Percent.
that R. We are using this R, isn't it? RN.
Yes, sir.
It means I, it will be R over 100, which means that percentage over 100 multiplied by what?
2.
The number of years, which is 2. 2 years, 24 months, 2 years. Then what do you get? Your final amount that I'm owing is how much? How much am I owing?
Is it 11,926?
Is that what you got on the calculator?
Yes, sir.
$11,926.
926.
That is what you are owing, isn't it? So now
Yes.
you want to know how much you should pay per month so that this amount is covered, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you want to know how much. You have paid your deposit, which means your balance is now less. It's now 8,900. Then you want to cover, since we are giving an interest because you are not paying cash. Instead of paying 8,900, now we are paying how much? 11,000.
11,926.
That is when you buy something on credit, which means it's now expensive. But when you pay cash, it will be 9,500. Then minus the deposit, now it's 8,900. So this is what we are charging interest. So after 2 years, the total amount you owe is 11,926. So how much
Yes,
is
sir.
the monthly installment? It's going to be how much?
Divide our answer by 24.
Yes, so monthly installment will be equals to 11,926 divided by
24.
24 months, which is how much?
497.
490.
7.
Yes, but money it rands and cents, not 497, but it's how much?
496.91.
Yes, 6 rands and cents is comma
Yes,
92, not to comma 91, but comma 92. You round off to the
2.
nearest cent. Yes, it's comma 9166. When you round off to the nearest cents, 92 cents.
Yes,
Be
sir.
able to round off to 2 decimals. So that is the monthly payment. Then they are saying now inflation rate is estimated at 6.5% per what?
Per annum.
Compound interest, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What will cash price of his launch should be in 4 years' time on the cash price?
Yeah. Hello?
Can't you hear me? Hello? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Yes, I'm saying 2.42. We are now calculating the price of the launch after 4 years. Now the price is 9,500. After 4 years, how much is it going to be if the inflation is 6.5% per annum compounded interest, isn't it? Per annum compound interest. Which formula are we going to use?
Can you please go to the formulas, sir?
1, 2, or 3? I'm there.
Yes, sir.
Which formula are you going to use?
Formula number 3.
Number 3, which says A is equals to P bracket 1 plus I to the
Plus
power.
I per N.
So we are going to use that. So let's use it. What is our A? So we are saying A equals to right. So what is our A and what is our P and what is our I? A is the price after 4 years, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The price after 4 years is equal to the principal. Now the launch is costing how much?
9,500.
Bracket 1 bracket
Plus
1 plus
0.65.
not 0.65 but 0.1.
6, 7.
It's not it's not 0.65 but 0.0. 0.0. It's not 0.65. 0.065. So don't forget that 0. 0.065.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes. So you make a mistake, you write 0.65. Then you are wrong. Then to the power what?
4.
It's 4 years time. It is compounded per annum for the power 4. Then punch in a calculator, you see what you are getting. So A is equals to what? The price after 4 years.
12,221.3.
You have already rounded off.
Yes, sir.
Power 4. 12,221. How many cents?
43 cents.
3 cents. That's correct. That's correct. So any problem with the financial maths?
No, sir.
12,221, 43 cents.
Yes,
So it's
sir.
a matter of understanding the English, what the question requires you. That is the only trick. Once you fail to understand what the question,
Yes, sir.